Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. Again, these are my index cards, and my theme today will be circles and ovals. So I will take these index cards and make them into stencils. So since the index card is rectangular, the result will be a little like an egg shape. Now I'm not trying to make this perfect. I'm deliberately making it kind of a rough cut, like so. So I will save these mushroom or balloon shapes, and then this will be the oval rings. You can call them donuts, onion rings. I'm just going to keep going and cut a few of these. Now I find that when you do geometric abstracts, it's easier if you stick to one theme. Like in this case, I'm just doing very similar shapes, oval shapes. There are times when I will be doing just triangular shapes. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing the same, but making slight variations. Cut some indentations here, just to give it some variety. Okay. The same with the insides. We'll just there. So I have all these circular shapes or oval shapes. So I'm just going to keep going. And while I'm doing that off camera, I have some more wonderful submissions from some very talented viewers. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that virtual exhibit. And I'm so happy that our community is growing and growing. So anyway, these are my index card stencils. And I have some leftover pieces from card. This is cardstock. So what I'm going to do is just assemble them. Actually, before I assemble them, I'd like to make some marks here. And now this is Mars Black. I'm going to do an experiment and mix a little titanium white with this. So I'm going to mix some acrylic titanium white into my squirt bottle. So what's going to happen is it will soften the effect of the black, hopefully. Okay, it took a little bit of doing because mixing black and white is very arbitrary. So you can make it as light or as dark as you want. What I'm going to do is just create some marks here, very arbitrary marks. Some straight lines, some squiggly lines, some verticals, some horizontal lines. Just very free form. And in a way, doing something like this is a warm-up exercise. You shouldn't be afraid to make a mess. Okay, so that's my first layer. And I will let this dry a little bit. Not completely, but I would say 70%. I'm going to turn on the ceiling fan and let this air dry a little bit before I put a second coat. Okay, I think it's a little bit dry now. So this is Lucas. It's a beige color. It's called Dune. I'm just going to apply some of it. No, there's not much left in my bottle, so there we go. I think that's enough. I just need a very thin coat. I'm going to spread this. Okay, my brayer is complaining. So let me put some baby oil on it. That's much better. I always have these unexpected problems during printing session. but somehow I can solve the problem with some simple fixes, like a little baby oil on your brayer. So now the brayer is not complaining. Okay. So that is my first layer of beige color. Here's my watercolor paper. Let's see, 15 by 22 Richardson paper, cold press, 88 pound. And I'm applying a firm pressure with my hand, and I'm paying attention to the corners and the edges. Okay, so we'll leave this on for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how we made out here. Very interesting. This looks like a charcoal drawing. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's the first layer. Now the second layer, I will apply more pastel type colors. So this is where the onion rings come in. Okay. Now this is a mix of orange and pink. Let's see. And some Arctic. So I will work on the Arctic first. Slowly blend in the orange. I'm going to switch brayers. This is a really heavy application of paint. There may be too much paint, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. Okay, I think I have them all. And if you notice, the edges are very crisp and sharp because the index card absorbs the excess paint. So here is the first pull. Now, since the paint application is really heavy, I really don't have to press that much. Just very gently passing my hand over the paper. Hardly putting any pressure on it. So I'll leave this again for another 5 minutes. Okay, let's see what we got here. To be honest with you, I don't know myself. It's very interesting 3D effects. It has a nice ghost left. There we go. Pretty interesting. I'm not going to let this ghost go to waste, so let me see. What can I use to pick it up? I think I'm going to use like a gray. It might be interesting to use this turquoise. This is actually phthalo green. Let's see what happens here. And I'm going to do a little white. We'll do the white first. Again, I'm hardly putting any pressure because the application of paint is quite thick. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how we made out. I like this. Very cool. The ghost always wins. So I will air dry both of these and then recap. Okay, everybody, here's my favorite part of this video. This piece has dried nicely. It took a while to dry because the paint is really applied very heavily. So let me give you a close-up. You can see how thick the paint is. It's applied almost like oil paint. And I think it contrasts nicely with the gestural marks in the background. Now, I was toying with the idea of a third layer, but something told me that sometimes adding more doesn't make the piece better. Sometimes it's best to know when to stop. So that's the first piece with the heavy paint. Now the next piece is interesting because it picks up what's left over. And I think the choice of phthalo green is very effective against the orange. And this is Soho paint. It's a heavy-bodied paint, so it behaves like oil paint. So it has a shine to it. Let me give you a closer look. The texture is almost like a landscape, like a seascape. It has a very aquatic kind of feel. And sometimes when the transfer is not complete, it's only partially completed, it makes the piece more interesting. So there you have it. Two prints with the same stencils but completely different in feeling. And I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching. And I want to thank all the people who have contributed their wonderful artwork to share with everybody. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.